It's 8:45 and the NFL playoffs kick off today, and the Ravens are taking on the Steelers in primetime as they look to beat their bitter rivals. This is a Ravens-Steelers third matchup, as we know, but it marks the first time the Ravens have hosted the Steelers in the playoffs. Joining me now to break this all down ahead of the big game, what we need to know, sports agent with DLE Agency and Achilles PR, Doug Eldridge. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Doug, Ravens have the home advantage, but the big question, of course, how is this game going to go? And do you think Zay Flowers being out, is that going to affect the outcome of this game?
Well, look, this is the tale of two teams. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. The Ravens have won four in a row. The Steelers have lost four in a row. The Ravens leapfrogged them for back-to-back AFC North titles. But all that goes out the window in this matchup, not just because they're two heated, interdivision rivals, but because the Ravens have made the playoffs 8 times in the last couple of years, and they're 2-5 in that stretch. High expectations, low execution. Tonight, everything points toward the Ravens win, but nothing can be taken for granted at M&T Bank Stadium.
Yeah, okay, so everything points to a Ravens win. So if you had to guess right now, you think the Ravens win, but how close is this game going to be, Doug?
It's always going to be close. These two, 16-18 lost in November. The Ravens came back last month and walloped them 34-17. But I think there's really 5 keys here. Number 1 is penalties. The Ravens were tied for the most penalized team in the NFL. They cannot self-sabotage. When they lost in November, they had 12 penalties for 80 yards. When they won last month, they had 2 penalties for 10. Second is King Henry. I mean, the guy finished second in rushing. They're 8 or 9-0 when he rushes for 100 yards. Third is the offensive line. Lamar's on the precipice of what we presume to be another MVP season. Henry almost took the rushing title. This offensive line needs to create holes for Henry and time for LaMarvelous. Keep this offense on the field. Third is the defense. They were the squeaky wheel at the start of the season, but they found the rhythm. Steelers haven't scored more than 17 points the last 4 games. And last but not least, and this is why I say it's going to be close, Justin Tucker. For the first time in his career, he was shaky and seemingly unreliable. He's been 3 for 3 in the last 4 games with field goals, including a 51 on 52, and he's 21 for 22 on kicks since the bye week. He's clicking. He's back. I think he'll be a difference maker in a close game.
All right. Well, we're going to all be biting our nails, aren't we? You mentioned Lamar. You just named first team All-Pro yesterday. How do you think this bodes for his campaign at a third MVP?
Well, it's interesting. I'm not a gambler. I never have been in any form or fashion as an agent. You can't. But there's a particular betting line that takes odds on everything from presidential races to potential TikTok bans. And in the last 48 hours, they have flipped the probability between the Lamar and Josh Allen MVP race. It was 60-40 Allen as of 48 hours ago. As of last night, it flipped at inverse at 65-35. That first team All-Pro almost sealed the deal for Lamar. A great win tonight, and I think the die is cast.
All right, he's got to do it. He's got to do it for us. Okay, chances at Ravens making it all the way to the Super Bowl.
I don't want to jinx us. I mean,
True.
Anything is possible. You have to remember, we're in the playoffs. It's one and done. It's a series of one-game seasons, and starting off tonight at M&T is the best thing possible for this Ravens franchise. This is one of the most loyal, loud, and just fantastic fan bases in the entire league. M&T is going to be rocking tonight, and I think the Ravens are going to rise to the occasion.
Absolutely. It's been so fun to see the fans coming out in full force. It doesn't matter the weather. They are going to be out there. Okay, one last question. Final score prediction for tonight.
30-24 Ravens.
All right, let's go Ravens. Doug Eldridge, thank you so much. We appreciate you weighing in.
Thanks for having me. Go
Absolutely.
Birds. Go Ravens.
Go Ravens.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.